I'm building the best Paw Patrol Adventure Bay you have ever seen in survival Minecraft. So far, we have built the Paw Patrol Lookout Tower, the 6 pup vehicles, the Paw Patroller, Adventure Bay Beach, Adventure Bay Bridge, the City Hall, Katie's Pet Parlour, and Mr. Porter's Restaurant. In today's episode, we will be building on the other side of Adventure Bay, the lemonade stand. Welcome back to another episode, and we're out the front of Mr. Porter's Restaurant that we built up in the last episode. And I'll jump into free cam very carefully because I don't want to spoil a build that we did in between episodes just over there. So we won't show that just yet. Some really nice feedback in the comments about the restaurant, guys. You guys seem to really like the build, which is fantastic. I think it turned out really cool. The one thing I thought about was this fruit stand here. Now, I saw a few pictures after I finished the build and most of the pictures were like a red apple, but I decided to make it a watermelon in the end, which is a bit more Minecrafty if you like. But let me know what you think. I can change it over to a red apple instead if you guys think that would be better for the build, I guess. Now, if we jump back into our body and not look over to my left, if we take a look inside, guys, I really love how this... Oh, actually, before we go, please try not to break anything or hurt yourself on the bushes or anything like that. Okay, pups? That would be great. Now, I do love how this interior turned out, guys. The pots, unfortunately, need to be waxed, and I keep forgetting to do that, but I'll do that in a moment. The pizza oven is what I wanted to talk about, guys. Every time I look at this pizza oven, it kind of makes me hungry, which I guess that means that I did a good job, right? I guess that's what that means. Oh no! Who's getting hurt? What? Who was that? What happened? Seriously? Okay. This is not worth it, guys. You guys are so much trouble, and why do I bring you inside the shops? Okay, this is the last time you guys are getting in here, I swear. Not happening next time. You're too much trouble, little pups. Now, before we talk about what we're going to get up to today, guys, I had some comments in the last episode asking if I was going to build the town water tower. And I thought that was a really, really good idea. So I decided to build it in between episodes. So here it is, guys. Adventure Bay Water Tower. I think it turned out quite nice. This area was a bit plain before, and I dug away at the mountain a little bit and moved it back a wee bit. Now, the servers have been updated to 1.21 actually, and this is my first time playing around with the copper trapdoors and the new copper variant blocks, which is really cool. The grate, and I think it's called the grate, I'm not sure, and all those sorts of those new blocks. So this is my first time playing around with that, and the tough blocks as well, the polished tough. It's a really small build. That's why I decided to build it in between episodes, because it's just a little build. It didn't take too long at all. But now with this in this area here, it's starting to really fill out this side of the bay, and it looks really cool from a distance. Not so much as you get up close. You can tell with these, quite blocky and square, and but as you keep going back, it really does look like the water tower from the TV show. It is hard to get some of the finer details in some of these Paw Patrol buildings, but all in all, I think it turned out pretty nicely. As the sun sets, check out Adventure Bay, guys. It's really looking cool, isn't it? We've got the tower up the top there, the bridge, Katie's Pet Parlour, City Hall, Mr. Porter's Restaurant, and now the water tower. And I think this is really looking amazing. It's something, to be honest, every time I log into the server, I feel like I'm in a Paw Patrol episode. It's really looking great. I love it. Bring on the next build, I say. Okay, on to today's build, guys. Now, today we're going to start building on this area of the bay down here. And I've got some shulker boxes set up, ready to rock and roll. Now, on this side of the bay, just so we can get a little bit of symmetry, we've built on that side, and now let's sort of make some builds on this side. As I said in the last episode, we've got some houses or shops to build along here, and we've got the lemonade stand area to build here, and eventually the railway station, and a few shops over there, and more shops over there, and the museum. So still lots and lots of builds to come, guys. But today we are going to be building the lemonade stand. We will also build the buildings surrounding the lemonade stand here. just so it doesn't look a little bit out of place, I guess. We'll build this entire block of builds just in this area here. Now, unfortunately, these buildings, I think, are going to have to follow the curve of the road. So they're going to be on a diagonal. So this is going to be quite fun, or quite, I don't know what the word is. It's not going to be fun. It's definitely not going to be fun. So that is going to make it a little bit more difficult than the average building. But I'm ready to give it a go. I think I'm up for the challenge. So let's stop talking about it and let's get stuck into it. Let's build up the lemonade stand. Okay, so I just logged back into the server to show you guys the build, and it looks like we've had some visitors. Take a look at this. What's going on there? So what do we have here? We've got, if I had to guess, I reckon this has to be a prank from Live Awesome. So let's, yeah, we do have some signs. Here we go. Drop. Oh, that's pretty good. Drop bears, of course, aren't real. Okay, so drop bears are a bit of a myth. A lot of people that don't live in Australia think drop bears are real creatures that live in Australia that like koalas, and they drop out of trees and attack people and things like that. They're not real. Trust me, they're not real. But this is very, this is very good. I like this. I'm betcha this is Live. This is for the noise machine back in November. Ah, that's right. That was in like episode 4, I think. Remember, guys, when we pranked Liv and Tarek with the Wandering Trader prank with the noise blocks underneath their base, and they were making random noises like Wandering Traders? That was pretty funny. Now, what are we going to do with these guys? I have no idea what I'm going to do with my drop bears. I have 5 drop bears now. That's pretty cool. If you guys have got any ideas, let me know what we can do with these guys down in the comments. Oh, and these turtles as well, guys. These guys turned up when we updated the server to 1.21. So they've come out, literally come out of nowhere. So I guess they can stay here. I mean, they're saying that this is their beach. So I guess you guys can stay here as well. Welcome to Adventure Bay. Okay, so onto the build, guys. What do we think? The lemonade stand and some buildings that complement this sort of area of the bay as well. Firstly, on these buildings, guys, it's really quite difficult to build it on an angle. I can't stress that enough. It's not anything like building squares in Minecraft. It's actually really quite difficult to get it right and to make it look good close up as well as far away. If anyone says that building on angles is really easy, they are kidding themselves. This was actually really quite hard. If we head on around the back here, I really like how they turned out. They look quite good considering they are built on an angle. I did decide to go with frog lights behind the light blue glass windows. I think that's the closest colour that I could get to the actual colour of the windows in the TV show. I think that looks really cool. It's a little bit bright. I'm interested to see what it looks like at night time, but I think further away, like everything else, it looks pretty good the further away you get. So that's okay. I'm still happy with that. And as I said, difficult because they are built on an angle. As you can see, just following the curve of the actual main road here in Adventure Bay. Now the lemonade stand itself, yeah, I'm very, very happy with how this has turned out, considering, of course, it's on an angle as well. Am I 100% happy with the lemonade cup on the roof? No, I'm not. I'm not 100% happy with the cup, to be honest. It was this by far the most difficult part of the build. The cup itself is on like a 60-degree angle. obviously a 60-degree angle if you look at it from this side, a 60-degree angle. And obviously with orange and white stripes coming down the side of the lemonade cup itself. So the building's on an angle and the cup itself is on an angle. I mean, it was never going to look perfect. But the further away you get, the better it does look. It kind of starts to look like a lemonade cup. Maybe you have to go really, really far away. But, I mean, honestly, guys, it's the best I think I can get considering we're working in Minecraft. And the straw, obviously I can't get it on the right angle. It's super difficult to get right on this small scale, but all in all, I think I'm pretty happy with it, except for the cup itself on the top. I'm just going to have to get over the fact that it's not perfect, and it's never going to be, and just move on. The interior itself, a fair bit of space to work with, guys. I'm pretty happy with this. Now, I couldn't actually find any reference images online of the actual Paw Patrol lemonade stand, so we're going to have to come up with this all by ourselves, so that could get interesting. But let's do that right now. Okay, pups, now I know I said I wasn't going to let you guys come into the shops anymore, but surely there's nothing inside this one that you guys can break, right? I hope you're going to be on your best behavior. Alright, you guys can come in. Alright, so here we have it, guys, the lemonade shop interior. I think this one turned out really cool. It's very, very lemony, very limey, and my favourite part is, of course, these pictures at the back here. Now, we have a new mod now that we're up to 1.21, and it's called Signed Paintings. It's basically the new version of immersive paintings, which is a mod that unfortunately hasn't been updated to 1.21 yet. So I think they look very, very cool. You can basically get an image and put it on a sign, which is really, really cool. If we head around the back here, of course we've got our... I don't know how you guys got around here, but anyway... Of course, we've got a little lemon tree that's growing lemons for us to make lemonade. We've got some lemons on the back benches here that are getting cut up and made into lemonade. We have a big fridge here and a water tower. Of course, a double water tower on the other side here. Very, very cool, I think, guys. What do you guys think of the interior? I think it looks like a lemonade stand. I don't really know. Excuse me, Sky. Don't really know what a lemonade stand looks like, honestly. It's not really a thing in Australia. We don't have lemonade shops or anything like that, but from what I can tell from pictures online that I found of lemonade shops, I think it looks pretty cool, and I'm very, very happy with how it's turned out. And there we have it, guys. The lemonade stand is complete. As I said earlier, these buildings were a little bit more difficult to build because of the angle, especially the lemonade cup on the top of the lemonade stand. But now that it's done, I think it looks fantastic, and I hope you all like it as well. In the next couple of episodes, I think we might start working on the buildings along Katie's pet parlour in this area of the bay here, guys. We need to also work on some buildings behind Mr. Porter's restaurant here, and of course the museum will have to try and fit in here as well. I think there's also buildings behind the City Hall area here as well, so still lots to do, you guys, but we're getting there. It's slowly getting there, and it's starting to look awesome. That'll do it for today's episode, guys. I'm absolutely stoked with how the lemonade stand turned out. And of course, we did the water tower earlier on in this episode as well, and that turned out pretty nice as well. So from me and the pups, I want to thank you for taking the time to watch my videos, and if you're still watching now, maybe consider giving the video a thumbs up, or maybe even a sub, if you want to see more videos like this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.